Good morning, welcome to Morning View. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 4th of August. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see, we're selling off at the moment. Yesterday's bar put a pivot swing in, bearish pivot swing. It could bring us down towards the monthly pivot I was talking about yesterday. Now, we've pretty much worn off the divergence that was on the 4 hourlies. RSI has dropped right the way down, so if it does find some support, and it may be the support into the monthly pivot that does the trick, then we could get a bounce from there possibly. Looking at where we are at the moment, we're quite some way underneath the daily pivot. I'd need to see really a break of the highs here. It's quite simple, really. It's right against trend at the moment. In this intermediate time frame of lower highs, lower lows. But if we do start seeing a push up there, well, there is that potential. The only problem, of course, is the 6021s get in the way, and they're not actually that far away. They're only, 11 or 10 or 11 pips probably, time you would get into a position. However, the daily pivot, which is a reasonable probability, has 24 points from where we are at the moment-ish, maybe more. We'll see. But that's the euro, the pound. Pound selling off here now. Obviously, we've got the interest rate decision out at 12 o'clock. It would appear from reading one of the newspapers yesterday that the building society is already cutting the interest rate by 0.25%. So it would suggest that with their notifications of a cut, they've probably been tipped off pretty well by the Bank of England to of such, or they're just getting in there first. I don't know, but interest rates were maybe cut by 0.25%. It's highly expected, more highly expected than last time actually. Now we've seen the poor data from services, PMI, etc. So it puts pressure on from that point of view. So, well, that should be pretty much priced into the markets. However, it's what else comes with it, and the rest of the game that Carney plays in terms of what else is said, and that obviously can't be priced into the market. So it'll be probably quite a volatile time around midday at 12 o'clock, and then of course he's speaking at 12:30. So we should see some volatility around about that time, if not before. So that's where we're sitting at the moment. Looking at, we've already hit the daily pivot here, got that out of the way. We are getting down towards that S1 sort of level. I don't know, we're almost getting oversold at these levels, but it may just need to come down a bit more, ease off a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty much pound, dollar, yen. We are eventually, we put a bullish harami in yesterday, and we've seen the break at the top of that just, and it's looking like it might edge its way back towards its monthly pivot from here. Plenty of time, of course. We're only 4 days into the month, so plenty of time to do so. But putting us a 4 hourly pivot swing in as well, potentially there, which may just all signal the fact that it's okay. However, on the 60 shorter time frames, we're possibly getting towards the overbought situation because it's in such a tight old range here, but maybe I'll be ignoring that anyway. Certainly got the oversold signal coming in 2 o'clock this morning, so it could well push up a bit more from there anyway. Aussie dollar, well, it's back in its range and playing the range game. Yesterday, almost a bearish harami, not really completely set there, but not looking particularly bright. We've not managed to put in any newer highs here, so on the 4 hourly perspective, so newer high today, but not higher than the prior levels there. So looking here, relatively weak in many respects. It's got some support where it's sitting, but could be on for selling off further. And finally, the Canadian dollar. But of course, let's just have a look at what's happening with oil. Oil had a reasonable ride yesterday at 3 o'clock. Obviously, data came out, which was suggesting oil stocks are dropping then in that case. So pushing up pretty well. Still coming back towards its daily pivot at the moment. Let's just have a look on the bigger picture here. Yeah, pivot swing put in there on the 4 hours, likely to, well, suggest weakness back again. So that bullish engulfing from yesterday might have a very short shelf life. We'll see. Okay, let's look at Canadian dollar then. Or starts pushing down in any significance, of course, we could see the Canadian dollar be pushing up. Looking at shorter time frames here, it's broken its 21s now, so there is the possibility it may just want to push on up towards the daily pivot there. It's been riding sort of up and down. I mean, yesterday ran into the prior day's highs there. The previous day it ran into the previous lows. And, it's a bit range bound, but I mean, if it breaks through the daily pivot, etc., well, it may have a chance of a decent move and continuation back towards those prior highs. Okay, that's it for me. Say main news today really is the Bank of England data coming out. In the US, we've got the unemployment claims, which is the Thursday before, obviously non-farm, so it may have a little bit more of a swing at 1:30. And then US factory orders at 3 o'clock. So all these figures may. I noticed yesterday the softening of the US dollar stopped to some degree. So we'll see how we push on today. That's it for me. Have a great one. Bye for now.